That giant tub of oxygen cleaner in your laundry room is not powdered wizardry. A published safety sheet for one leading brand lists a large share of sodium carbonate, a smaller share of sodium percarbonate, and a little surfactant. In plain English, you are buying washing soda, oxygen bleach, and a touch of soap in one cheerful container. Convenient? Absolutely. Always good value? That is where the bright label starts sweating. Before you replace it with a cheap bag of white powder and begin conducting laundry experiments beside the socks, there are 7 things you need to know. The cheaper option works, but only when you use the right product, on the right stain, with the right safety habits. Number 7. Read the ingredient, not the fireworks on the label. Walk down a laundry aisle and every oxygen cleaner looks as if it was developed by a space agency. Blue crystals, exploding bubbles, mountains of white towels. The chemistry is much less dramatic. The key ingredient is usually sodium percarbonate. When it meets water, it releases hydrogen peroxide and sodium carbonate. The peroxide helps oxidize many colored and smelly compounds. The sodium carbonate raises the pH and helps the wash deal with soil and hard water. A branded blend can also include surfactants, fragrance, water softeners, and polymers that help stop loosened dirt from settling back onto fabric. Those extras are not automatically useless. They are simply extras you may already be buying in your regular laundry detergent. That is the first money question. If your detergent already supplies the surfactants, why pay for another scoop that bundles them together again? It is a bit like buying a second wheelbarrow because the first one came with only one handle. Impressive commitment, questionable accounting. Number 6. Buy household sodium percarbonate, not a chemistry project. The practical replacement is a product clearly labeled sodium percarbonate and specifically sold for household cleaning or laundry use. Do not buy an unlabeled mystery bag, and do not assume laboratory material comes with sensible home instructions. You also do not need to manufacture sodium percarbonate in your kitchen by combining washing soda with liquid hydrogen peroxide. Industrial sodium percarbonate is a stable solid made to release peroxide when water is added. A homemade wet mixture begins reacting and losing strength immediately, which means you have created extra work, uncertain performance, and one more bottle nobody remembers making. Buy the finished ingredient. Keep your detergent separate. Follow the dose on the household product label. That gives you control. Regular detergent for everyday washing. Sodium percarbonate only when you need an oxygen boost. You stop feeding every load the expensive deluxe breakfast when half the socks only wanted toast. Number 5. Use it on the stains it actually understands. Sodium percarbonate is useful on many organic stains and odors. Think coffee, tea, wine, food, sweat, grass, pet messes, and the gray sadness that slowly moves into white towels. It can also help with dingy washable fabrics because oxidation breaks down some of the colored compounds clinging to the fibers. A warm soak gives the chemistry time to work, provided the care label allows it. Oil and heavy grease are different animals. Oxygen bleach may help with some discoloration, but surfactants and enzymes usually do the heavy lifting on greasy food, body oil, motor oil, and protein stains. Grease looks at plain oxygen bleach the way a duck looks at tax paperwork, mildly concerned but not moving. This is why the two-product system matters. Detergent removes and suspends oily soil. Sodium percarbonate adds oxidation when the stain needs it. And do not treat the word bleach as proof of disinfection. Unless the exact product label carries a registered disinfectant claim and gives a contact time, use it as a cleaner and stain remover. A white towel can look innocent and still have a complicated personal life. Number 4. Water temperature and time do more than a heroic scoop. Oxygen cleaners can work in different water temperatures, but warm or hot water usually dissolves and activates the powder better. The fabric care label still gets the final vote. A cotton cleaning rag may enjoy a warm soak. A delicate shirt may file a formal complaint. For a cold wash, many product makers recommend dissolving the powder first in warm water. Use only the amount and soaking time stated on your product label, because pure sodium percarbonate is more concentrated than many branded blends. More powder is not a personality. It can leave residue, waste money, and increase the chance of fabric damage. The useful sequence is simple. Check the care label. Test a hidden spot, dissolve the household product as directed. Give it the recommended contact time, then rinse or wash thoroughly. If this kind of label reading saves you money, subscribe. We take expensive household products apart and find out what you are actually paying for. Number 3. Some fabrics should never join the experiment. Wool, silk, leather, and dry clean only fabrics are common exclusions for oxygen stain removers. They can be damaged by the alkaline solution, oxidation, soaking, or all three working together like an enthusiastic committee. Colored fabric also needs a hidden color fastness test. The word color safe means the chemistry is generally gentler than chlorine bleach. It does not mean every dye on earth signed a peace treaty. Be careful with metal parts, zippers, buttons, and hardware. Product guidance often warns against soaking metals and recommends immediate, thorough rinsing. Do not improvise on jewelry, painted surfaces, or a coffee machine because a cheerful cleaning video made the bubbles look persuasive. Your washing machine manual matters too. Some oxygen powders belong directly in the drum rather than the bleach dispenser. The machine manufacturer and the product label outrank a man on the internet, even when the man sounds very confident. Number 2. Treat the powder with respect. Pure sodium percarbonate is concentrated. Safety data sheets classify it as an oxidizer, warn that it can cause serious eye damage, and note that swallowing it is harmful. Dust can also irritate skin or airways. Wear gloves. Avoid breathing the dust. Eye protection is sensible when you are scooping concentrated powder or mixing a soaking solution. Keep children and pets away from the bucket. Store the dry product in its original labeled container, tightly closed, cool, and dry. Keep it away from heat and combustible materials. Think of it as flour with anger issues. It wants a dry shelf and absolutely no toddlers with measuring cups. Never mix it with chlorine bleach or random household cleaners. The manufacturer of a leading oxygen cleaner says its powder should not be combined with chlorine bleach or other household chemicals, apart from regular detergent in the wash. Poison specialists give even simpler advice. Do not mix cleaning products unless the label specifically tells you to. Freshly dissolved oxygen cleaner also keeps releasing gas. Never store the solution in a tightly sealed bottle or jar. Pressure can build until the container leaks or ruptures. Your laundry shelf does not need its own space program. Mix only what you need, use it promptly, and leave the lid off the working bucket while it is active. Number 1. Know when the branded tub is still worth buying. I will tell you honestly, pure sodium percarbonate does not make every commercial oxygen cleaner pointless. A branded formula can be easier to dose, it may dissolve more reliably, include useful surfactants, control redeposition, and come with detailed directions for laundry, carpets, or hard surfaces. A fragrance-free commercial blend may also be the simplest choice for a household that wants one tested product rather than two separate containers. Convenience has value. The mistake is paying for convenience without realizing that is what you bought. Pure household sodium percarbonate makes the most sense when you already use a detergent you like. You mainly need an occasional laundry booster or soaking agent, and the price per usable dose is lower. Compare the product weight, the stated concentration if available, and the label dose. Do not compare two giant tubs by eyesight. Packaging is very good at looking generous while quietly charging rent. The branded blend makes sense when the surfactants and detailed multi-surface directions save you time, or when you know you will not measure and store a concentrated oxidizer carefully. Saving $3 is not a triumph if the result is a ruined sweater and an urgent call to poison control. So the rule is not commercial oxygen cleaner is a scam. The rule is simpler. Stop buying a bundle by habit. For ordinary laundry, keep one dependable detergent. For washable stains that need oxidation, keep a household sodium percarbonate product and follow its label. Use the oxygen booster only when the load earns it. That giant colorful tub from the opening is not magic. It is a convenient premix. Once you know what is inside, you can decide whether the convenience deserves shelf space or whether you would rather buy the active ingredient and keep the rest of your money. Check the label on your oxygen cleaner today. If sodium carbonate and sodium percarbonate are doing the main work, compare it with a household sodium percarbonate product before you buy another tub. Subscribe for the next household product breakdown, where we separate useful chemistry from expensive plastic.